welcome to a very special, short episode of Artificial Entertainment. I'm your host, Josh Lakaitis, and with me, as always, are Mason Betterly.
Howdy.
And Tyler Yaney.
Hi.
We are not getting any better with enthusiastic openings.
Nope.
I thought I'll introduce them one at a time again. Nope, nothing's changed.
What have you learned?
To just introduce you both and hope the audience can figure out which one's which.
Yeah.
13 episodes in, and we still can't tell who's who.
13 and a half. So for
Oh.
those of you that are just listening to this and haven't listened to the other episode, which is a bit confusing because we're technically recording this and the 13 hasn't been edited yet. So anyway, this is our very special Avengers Infinity War episode.
Very special.
Very special.
And yeah, this is all we're talking about today. We didn't want to wait a full 2 weeks to talk about it because by then everyone will have already said.
Who
what we're gonna
cares?
say. I mean, really, we're 5 days late after the movie,
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, everyone has already said everything that can be said about this movie.
But they're
So-
not our opinions.
They haven't said it in our exact tone. So
Yes.
here we go. Do we want to do spoiler, non-spoiler, or
No,
should
We're
we
doing
just go-
spoilers.
listen,
we only got half an
Listen.
hour.
Yeah, listen. If you're listening to this, you need to have already seen it or not care about anything. So
Exactly.
either you're the initiated or you're a nihilist. So here we are.
And I'm not going to give you a lot of time to pause. At the end of the movie, Han Solo dies.
Yeah.
Oh, we did that joke.
Well,
That's
I already
okay.
made it on Twitter. I thought I could repurpose it here.
It's okay. Did it get a lot of likes on the tweeter?
It got more likes on Facebook, oddly enough.
Yeah, that's how it
Really?
works for me too. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm
Nobody-
afraid my sense of humor is more Facebook than Twitter.
Nobody liked my American Idol joke today.
I didn't get it.
I liked it.
Well, Gandalf says, "Is it secret? Is it safe?" And I just found out that on ABC, American Idol has switched channels. So I was like, "Is it secret? Is it safe?" But now it's not funny.
So that joke was relevant months ago when that actually happened.
I
thought
just
something
found
new.
out. I thought I was really clever with all that, but whatever.
I'm sure no one else made that joke. It's just that this joke was months late. So, do we want to spend the rest of the episode talking about American Idol and Ryan Seacrest, or should we move on to Avengers Infinity War?
You started it.
It would
but
probably
yeah,
be more uplifting.
Did you say Civil War? You said Civil War.
No, I'm pretty sure I said Infinity War.
You
Either
said
way, I said it
Civil
fast
War.
enough where you will
You
never
said-
be able to tell.
No, you said Civil. We shall double our efforts.
Yeah, because we're not recording this and we're not going to play it back.
Yeah. I guess we'll
I'm
never
editing
know.
this one, so I can
if
always
he
just
said
change it
Civil
to
War.
Infinity. Here, hold on. Let me get a clean one of Infinity. See, there we go. Now I can just edit that in.
Speaking of talking real fast, do you remember that part in Return of the Jedi where he says, "We shall double our efforts"? It's like,
We should double our
We had
left.
to-
Yeah.
yeah, he says it really fast.
Yeah.
I always thought that was odd.
I hope so. Anyway,
And the-
why are we
the
talking
other-
about
the other line-
everything but Infinity War?
No, real quick, this is
Because
relevant.
we all hated it and we're really trying to avoid the subject.
What?
Or in Ghostbusters, how he says Hayden Yeager real fast, and I don't know what he's saying when I was a kid. I'm like, is that a beverage? What is he talking about?
Like a Jaeger bomb?
No, he's like, "Hey, Dean Yeager," but he says Hayden Yeager. And I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah.
the heck?
Anyway, okay, so what were your initial thoughts coming out of the movie? Like, how do you guys feel about it?
It was good.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I loved it. I loved it. It's probably my second or third favorite.
It surprised
MCU.
me so much.
It did, actually, yeah. Right off the bat, it just... First of all, I was thinking about this, how the movie opens. I'm like, are all the Asgardians dead? But then Thor says, at some point in the movie, half of them are dead. So I'm hoping
Right.
that
Yeah.
Korg and Valkyrie made it out. Mostly
Yeah.
Korg.
Korg, Mick, and Valkyrie took escape pods, is my guess.
Well, what I believe is that they led the other half away to safety.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
they have like a rendezvous point somewhere in the universe.
Okay.
But
'Cause
is what's his face? No, he died in Thor Ragnarok. Never mind.
Who did?
The machine gun one, the bald one.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Yeah,
he
no,
died
he's
valiantly,
gone.
apparently.
He's gone. I love Carl Urban, man. He's great.
Yeah, that's it. The Australian.
Is he?
No, he's
He
not.
played
Yeah.
Dredd.
He's American.
Dread's a great movie.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he is.
No, he is absolutely Australian.
I'm Googling this.
I'm
You're
doing
full
that
of
right
crap.
now.
All right, you do it. I don't feel like it.
So you
So
guys
let's keep this
talking.
conversation going. What are things you didn't like? We'll get the negatives out of the way.
I really felt like this was just half a film.
Yeah.
New Zealand. He's from New Zealand, not
Really?
Australian. Yeah.
See, he's a Kiwi, so we're all wrong.
I knew it because he was in The Hobbit. No, I'm sorry.
You
Lord
said
of
he
the
was
Rings.
Australian. You didn't know crap.
I knew
full
he was
of
from
it.
the Southern Hemisphere. Anyway, yeah,
That's
my
not what
biggest
you
complaint is this really does feel like half a movie, which
I'm
in a
gonna
way is a
disagree
compliment
with
because it's so fast. Like it doesn't feel like 2.5 hours. It's so well paced.
It's very
They-
well paced, but it did feel
Very
long
well.
to me. Like I was enjoying the length of it.
Yeah, too.
That is
I could
what
have gone
she
a little
said.
longer, if we're being honest. Actually, the only thing I felt could have gotten cut after watching it the second time is them making the axe. I'm like, we could.
Yeah.
I
We
thought it
could've
was
trimmed
cool.
a little
I
bit of
enjoyed
this.
it.
No, it was cool, and I wasn't like bored.
For
But I'm
someone
like,
who
they're
was,
going.
tired of Thor, I was really happy with him.
I love me some Thor. They
Yeah, this new Thor is great.
since they decided not to dye his eyebrows blonde. I've loved Thor.
Yeah. I think the reason the axe making had to take so long is because it is such a powerful weapon. They have to justify its power by like, oh, it takes. It's a challenge to make. We can't just
I
have
get
him
that, but
open a
like,
drawer and there it is.
I mean, compared to like Cap barely got any screen time, and instead
Right?
we focused on making an axe. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, that is one of the. It didn't feel like an Avengers film to me because there was so little Captain America.
No,
Yeah.
it felt like a
Black
Guardians
Widow.
movie starring Iron Man and Thor, and I was totally on board with
No,
that.
absolutely. Yeah, if this film feels like a sequel to any, it feels like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But we
Yeah,
still
all
get a
the
lot.
Wakanda stuff. All the Wakanda stuff, I felt barely like.
Yeah,
I
I was
thought was more
really.
prominent in the
If there
trailers.
was anything I was disappointed in, it was the Black Panther and Wakanda representation in this film.
I agree. There wasn't enough.
And then
If there's something
and then
I
he
was
died.
disappointed with. Yeah, well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, no, him and Spider-Man, they're two big successes to
Yeah,
have.
I
They're
think they're
definitely
really dead.
No, like I know they're not. Obviously, they're not. It's just everyone figured like, oh well, we know they're still going places, so they're definitely not going to kill them. I'm like, oh, and
No.
they're dead. Wow.
But question for you: do you think the characters that didn't vanish, like left behind, are dead for good? Like,
What do you mean, like Gamora? And
Yeah,
Vision?
like Gamora, and
Loki.
Vision, Loki, Heimdall. I think's gone.
Heimdall's definitely dead.
Who
Loki, I don't know.
No, because he said no resurrections.
I figured it seemed pretty final. It'd kind of be.
Yeah, I mean,
It
I
would
don't
be
know.
doing the franchise a disservice to bring him back, because then we'd be like, well, no one's really ever gonna.
I
be
agree.
Dead. Yondu could come back next movie at that point, So
You'll see Thanos there about to like deliver a death blow to someone, and all of a sudden you'll just see the arrow whiz by, and you'll hear him go, "Hey, rat!"
Yondu, I thought you were dead. I was.
I think Gamora will come back.
No, she shouldn't.
I think she's in the Soul Stone.
Yeah, that's exactly. She's trapped in the Soul Stone.
As
And
the
I think
little
when they-
girl.
I think Cap will take her place.
Cap.
Yeah, Toby pitched me a pretty good theory that I'm.
Oh, I
gonna
thought
run
you
with.
meant Cap would take her place in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like her and Peter
No,
Quill
no,
having
no,
a
like-
relationship. I'm down.
Because the Soul Stone can be used, like it holds souls, but it can be used as like almost. It can create a heaven for that person. So I think Steve will be there with Peggy, and that'll
And two-armed Bucky.
and they'll get to dance. And I like that theory. It's not mine, it's Toby's, but that's the one I'm going with. Gamora, I'm more certain is coming back than Vision.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Scarlet
Vision
Witch
should
lost her
stay
favorite
dead.
sex toy, and that's kind of a bummer, man.
I didn't
like,
hear half of that.
Oh,
No,
I said
you can piece it together. We don't need to
Yeah.
hear it again.
It's
Yeah.
like
I
Scarlet
think
Witch and the
Quicksilver's
real
coming
boy.
back. I think they're going to finally pull him out of the grave. I think it's time.
Who?
Quicksilver, and Edward Norton. I'm pretty sure are coming back.
Oh, so the Hulk will die and then
Ha
come back
ha,
as Edward
very
Norton.
funny.
I loved what they did with the Hulk in this, by the way.
I didn't.
Really?
I'm indifferent.
It actually gave the Hulk some character development.
Well, they've been doing that in the past Avengers movies.
Yeah. I feel
You're
like he
acting
barely
they
got.
didn't.
He just saw. I really did not. And my wife hated it, but I felt like Bruce Banner was just sort of like this weird sniveling guy in the background. Like he just sort of like slithers into
he
scenes
held his
like
own for the
oh,
first time in this film.
hello. I don't know.
Like he's like, I don't need the Hulk. I'm willing to protect people no matter what. And the Hulk doesn't want to come out because he's scared. He's never been beat up before. He's never lost a fight. And here Thanos is, and he serves him immediately. So he doesn't want to come back out. He doesn't want to get beat again. That's exactly what it is.
Honestly, that might be a blessing for him after he's been the Hulk for 2 years.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Like, that might be solving a problem once this whole Infinity thing calms down. And he can just be Mark Ruffalo, have a normal
No,
day.
I mean, the Hulk's coming in the next film, obviously.
Open up a deli, live his dream. I'm rooting for him.
What about Adele?
A deli.
Why are you saying her name like that?
What?
Why are you saying her name like that?
Oh my gosh.
The E is
I
silent.
like to listen to a daily.
So, yeah, I loved what they did with Hulk. I really liked I'm surprised that there was, not every character had character development, but I was surprised that there was character development in this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, very
Like,
true.
I loved what
Again-
they did with Rocket.
Yeah.
No.
Him learning to be the captain, which works even better now that he's the only Guardian left.
Which is
It'll
just
be Guardian
shocking.
of the Galaxy 3.
And then I liked what they did with Thor. They kind of balanced him out, I felt,
Yes.
between the Taika Waititi version and the previous Thors.
Yes.
Like,
Where-
he's
where
a
the-
goofy guy, but he's been through a lot.
Yeah, and it's
Absolutely.
kind of it's to hide the pain. And
Yeah.
that was one of my favorite scenes of the movie is him talking about how his life has sucked to Rocket. But it's
And then,
okay because it gives him the strength to fight.
When he's comparing his life with Star-Lord.
That was great.
Knows. Speaking of which, Star-Lord, man, Mason, your boy, really
Screw
kind
the
of...
pooch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I'm sad that Star-Lord basically caused the end of the universe.
It happens.
Being honest though, he was a little bit of a D-bag in this film.
He really was.
Like across
I
the
mean,
board.
isn't he normally?
No, cuz like I watched the first Guardians yesterday and that was good and like I don't know. I felt
All the Guardians are like, kind of jerks.
yeah, but I feel like Star-Lord was like overly jerky in this one. Not in the scene. I mean, he had his ups and downs. I don't know. I really need to see it again, which is going to be hard now because Movie Pass won't let me see it again.
Tyler's the only one not bound by Movie Pass now.
Well, I like to support film in the traditional way.
I like to use other people's money, not my own.
That's fair, too.
But no, I thought the scene where he was about to shoot Gamora, I thought that was a great Star-Lord
Yeah, that
scene.
was a good Star-Lord scene. The scene where he and her, well, she's telling him like in that situation, you have to kill me. I think that was a good scene.
Yeah.
And obviously,
Oh.
when he found out she was dead, that was pretty raw.
No, I mean, it was a great
Yeah.
scene. I'm not, like, hating on the character. It's
No. I know.
unfortunate.
Did you
It's
guys
just
catch
unfortunate.
the Arrested Development reference?
Oh, I did.
heard about it.
I knew Tobias was going to be in the collector's land.
Oh, see, yeah. Also, did Benicio del Toro look like he was wearing a wig this time?
Oh, I'm sure it was a quick. Can you come for 5 minutes?
Yeah. Hey, can you drop by the studio today?
And I mean, I was just happy to see him. I hope that character's not dead because he's supposed
Yeah.
to be the Grandmaster's brother, and I just want to see those two together.
Yeah. Do you know at the ride in Disney World there's a painting of the two of them together?
That's amazing. At
Yeah.
the Guardians, right?
Yeah, on the Guardians ride. There's
That's amazing.
yeah.
They're like
That's
fighting
great.
over a board game or something.
Yeah, exactly.
What else?
I love Red Skull was so good.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
that was the highlight of the movie for me.
not really because it got ruined for me.
Well,
yeah, that was
Piggybacking
the
off the
part-
last episode.
See, I think everyone got something spoiled for them, right?
Well, what did you guys
I didn't get a
spoiled?
single thing.
Ah, you lucked
Oh.
out. I got Loki's death, but I figured that because I mean we even
Oh.
talked about that on the
Yeah.
last episode, I think.
That's true.
So,
But really, Red Skull wasn't a big deal. It's just like a cool thing that I would have liked to been surprised by. And in the shadows, he really did look like Skeletor. So I was kind of hoping that we'd get that He-Man universe in there, but didn't happen.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was Hugo Weaving because like I could tell that
No.
the face was motion capture. It's like, oh, maybe that's how they got him to come back. He didn't have to wear all that terrible makeup, and they just motion captured his
it?
face.
Was it not makeup?
I'm pretty sure that was motion capture, like Peggy Carter in Winter Soldier.
You.
I thought it looked good.
No, I mean,
Yeah, no,
yeah, they're getting better with it. Kurt Russell,
and plus
great.
he wasn't as
Well, that
solid.
was actually more makeup than CG.
Kurt Russell was
Yeah.
interesting. He
Yeah,
looked
they've
great. Yeah, no.
learned that it needs to be a
Michael
combination.
Douglas and Ant-Man looked terrible.
Really, I heard the
I
Michael
thought
Douglas.
it was okay.
Yeah, I've actually never seen the first 5 minutes of Ant-Man because every time I went to see it, I would be late. But I heard from what I saw, what's his face in Ant-Man looked great.
Yeah. Honestly,
His name is Michael
they've
Douglas.
learned,
He's an Academy
Michael Douglas.
Award-nominated person.
what they've
Come on.
learned really is that it has to be. They can't just be straight CG. There needs to be a combination of makeup and the
Yeah.
CG is what serves it best. If you've seen the recently leaked photos of Sam Jackson,
He
Right.
looked good.
you know,
yeah. Well,
just with the
black
makeup
don't
alone.
crack.
What? Well, yeah, I've heard that. But just with the makeup, most of the work is done. So it's just little details now that need to be done through the CG.
I can't wait to. I really hope Coulson has like a really dumb '90s haircut.
Yeah, I just heard today that he's in the movie. I just found that out. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to see Ronan. It's gonna
Yep.
be good.
Ronan and his little buddy.
Yeah,
The cyborg guy.
yeah, Jimon
What is his
Hansu.
name? He goes,
Can we
"Who?"
talk about how good the pacing is in this film?
Yeah.
It shouldn't have worked.
Like-
Let's just put it that way. It should not have worked as well as it did.
Absolutely, but they did so well with the meanwhile back on the farm type storytelling.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
I think the part that bored me the most was on Earth, but like not by
Yeah.
much.
Same.
Like I was always interested, like, oh boy, we're going back to this. Oh boy, we're going back to this. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
I don't.
But
I'm not dreading cutting away. I'm
But
like,
I
oh, okay, yes,
think
let's
we
keep
could-
telling this one.
But I think we could all agree though that every time it cut to something that Thanos was doing, it got much better. Like I was always excited to see what was going on with
Yes.
Thanos.
Yeah.
He is hands down the best Marvel villain I think we've had in a movie.
I told you this, Mason, and I still think it's true. He's frightening because he has kind moments.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like
And-
his
and-
moment, especially with Scarlet Witch at the end, where she's like, "I understand, child," but he still tosses her like a rag doll.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, can I use this kindness to get away, or is he just about to kill me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this absolutely is Thanos' movie. Like, if you watch it from his perspective, it has a happy ending.
Oh, totally.
Oh yeah, no, it's got a 3-act structure and a happy ending if you see it from his perspective.
Yeah. No,
Which is kind of like The Empire Strikes Back. I don't want to. People keep comparing it to that, and I don't want to entirely because
right.
it's
Well, I mean, I'd compare the pacing to it, where like we cut back between Harrison Ford and the Millennium Falcon to Luke on Dagobah. Like it's that
Well, yeah,
type.
but
It's that
that's-
type of storytelling. I'm not saying it's the same quality.
no,
I'm
no,
just
I know.
saying-
But it's like if The Empire Strikes Back was like 3 movies.
Yeah, if The Empire Strikes Back was comprised entirely of B plots.
Yeah, and that's what this was. It's a side quest of the movie, and I'm totally okay with it because everything kept connecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and every movie here is with the Avengers movie. Like, the cool thing is, in the first one, they're the Avengers for Coulson, and the second one, they need to power
Tony's
together.
fault?
What? Well, yeah, but they're in their way that it's avenging Quicksilver. Now, it's sort of like you've got a halfway point. Yeah, you've got deaths, so
They weren't avenging Quicksilver. He died.
Yeah, no,
like, after
Quicksilver
the
died
battle.
like pretty close to the end.
Yeah, they weren't
And the
avenging
rest of them
nobody.
didn't even know he was dead. Hawkeye was the only one that knew. Well, I guess in Scarlet Witch. She
I
felt it
don't
in the
think
forest.
I don't
Yeah.
think any of the other ones besides Hawkeye would care that he died.
Eh.
It's like, oh, the kid with the yeah, that sucks. Oh, that's rough.
Or
But
Jarvis.
no,
Jarvis died.
Ultron still pisses me off until Civil War came out. I was really angry at that movie because it's like, oh, they killed all these people and it's all Tony's fault, and they're all still all quippy and chummy at the end. But then, and that's why
Yeah.
Civil War is the better movie because they acknowledge all that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they kind of retconned the whole Accords pretty quickly in this movie.
That never happened.
No,
I
it was
kept-
just
I
like,
kept
yeah, that
expecting-
was a bad idea. Bye,
When-
General Ross. You go away now.
Well, like when Captain America's talking to General Ross, is like, you can either step aside or we'll go through you. Like, he's going to step through the hologram. He's just going to walk right through the hologram. And it's going to be like a literal interpretation. Oh no, they just hang up on him.
I believe that was too
All right.
literal. Unfortunately, as much as I love Infinity War, it kind of makes Ragnarok and Civil War like meh. I mean, all these things you're
More
working
so
towards
with more
was meh.
more so with Thor.
Yeah,
than-
Ragnarok was this very personal journey. He was trying to save Asgard, and then half of them are dead within the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, and I'm not crazy about the way Loki went out. I feel like they could
Yeah.
have given him a better death.
That
He
was
was-
brutal.
he was
like,
a wimp.
This is a Disney movie. You see a man get strangled to death, and he's like got a pale face and bloodshot eyes.
Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't say
Dang.
he went out like a wimp, Mason, but I feel like I don't know. It wasn't necessarily in his character.
writing. Yeah, no, his writing wasn't good. Like, for what lines he had, and I feel the same way with how he was treated in Ragnarok.
Again, I like the way he was treated in Ragnarok. I felt like it was a good evolution of the character, but I just wanted better dialogue, I guess, in Infinity War for him.
Like, he was the first villain of the Avengers. He accomplished so much and was like a real force to be reckoned with. And in both films, I get why he died in this, and he did need to. It was poetic in many ways, but
yeah.
But especially in the last one, he's just sort of turned into like, oh, okay, all right, I'm just sort of gonna. He's more of a buffoon than a
I
formidable.
wouldn't go that far.
I think
I
think
wouldn't
he
say
becomes
he's
a bit of a-
dumb by any means.
No, I don't.
Gracious.
What's the word? What's the word? I'm trying to think.
Bird?
The bird.
No.
Bird is the word. Everyone.
He's a little foppish. I think that's what I'm looking for.
I mean, do you have an actual word?
No, there's conniving. There's conniving. There's a very precise machine moving
He's
under.
Schmeckeldorf, that whole
I
scene.
guess, yeah, I feel like Loki would have tried to kill Thanos, but I feel like he would have waited for a better time.
Yes.
That's my
Yeah,
thing.
I feel that did kind of feel like, well, let's get him out of the movie early.
Maybe no. You know what I would have loved to see? He comes to Earth with the magic alien and the Hulk alien, and when they go to save Strange, Loki helps them, and so then it's Tony, Strange, Spider-Man having to team up to defeat Thanos, and when they meet up with the Guardians and they fight Thanos, then that's when Loki dies.
Oh,
Yeah, but you need Thor there. Thor needed to see him die.
Yeah, I guess. Like, yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad decision what they did with Loki. It's just I feel like we could have done something else.
Very true.
But
this
I
just
like,
in. Infinity War has made Justice League's entire theatrical run in 5 days.
Are you joking?
No, this is a real thing.
That's great.
Yeah, well, it's already made more money. I know. than some of their other films. I know
I'm sure it made more than like Ant-Man or something.
Let me check. Let me check our good friends over at Box Office Mojo.
It really does just show how terrible Justice League was, where like this like Infinity War has better pacing with 40 characters and Justice League can't even handle 7 or 6.
I thought it was
really
less than that, but yeah, I'm still gonna say that I enjoy Justice League for the schlocky mess it is, and leave it at that. And I'm okay with that.
I saw some of the Blu-ray release footage, like not on the big screen, and just all the effects look even worse.
Yeah,
it just looks absolutely. Have you seen it outside of theaters?
No, not yet.
It looks like even more garbage.
I got the Blu-ray.
Oh my gosh!
So far worldwide, this is talking worldwide. Avengers: Infinity War has made more than the full theatrical runs of The Incredible Hulk, Captain America: The First Avenger, Thor, Ant-Man, Iron Man, and Iron Man 2.
Nuh-uh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those movies made a bundle too. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
that's crazy.
So right now, according to Box Office Mojo, it is tracking at about 640 million right now. So
my question is, do you think this will be the last Marvel movie to like break it, or do you think the fourth one will do even better?
Well, people are gonna be like, "Well, what's next?" So
exactly. It does really. It does a very good job of that.
Right. But would that necessarily increase the numbers? I guess because like people are going to see this when it comes out on DVD. They'll catch up and like, oh no, actually, I'm invested in these Marvel movies now. So I guess that it couldn't.
These jolly Marvel movies.
Well,
I feel like
Marvel movies.
Eventually, like we're just going to keep hitting the same number. Like the same amount of people are going to start seeing Marvel movies, and we're not going to.
I mean,
fan
a new
base
sucker
going
is
to
born every
increase.
day, Winifred.
Yeah.
So,
actually, real
and
quick,
overpopulation, as Thanos said. So people are just going to keep being born and keep seeing them.
Here's the interesting thing. Only if you're looking domestically, it has still. Let me see here. Let me see really quick. I'm sorry. It has still surpassed 6 other Marvel movies, but they're different. It's really interesting.
What do you mean they're different?
I don't understand.
The worldwide ranking is different than the domestic ranking. So worldwide, if you're looking at tracking worldwide box office gross, it's beaten The Incredible Hulk, Captain America: The First Avenger, Thor, Ant-Man, Iron Man, and Iron Man 2. But if you're looking domestically, it's already beaten The Incredible Hulk, Captain America: The First Avenger, Ant-Man, Thor, the Dark World, and Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, really?
Yeah.
I thought that movie did better.
And it's only 2 million away from beating the Winter
Strange in this movie.
Oh, he's so much better.
Yeah.
I liked him in the first movie.
I enjoy him a lot more in this.
Yeah. I love even that little fight in Central Park. Like, I'm like, oh, this is like the comics. They fight here all the time, and we're doing it here in an MCU movie, and I just like
the part when he like has all the arms, and then you hear like his theme in the background with the harpsichord, like doodly 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 doodle. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I like this.
And I loved how much they put in the themes in this film.
Very true.
They really played up like, oh no, see, we have real scores. It's not just GarageBand loops or anything like that.
Yeah. And then the Guardians get Rubber Band Man, and I was like, yeah, it's perfect.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. But yeah, so from what I'm seeing here, looking domestically, it probably already has surpassed Captain America: The Winter Soldier as well.
Oh wow!
I thought that made a bundle too. What do I know?
It made
so
259 million.
Where does Infinity War rank for you two? I think for me it's after Guardians, and then it's between Guardians 1 and 2, because Guardians is still my favorite, but then it's probably close second.
Let's see. I'm looking at my list, and yeah, no, it's my top. It's in my top 5. It definitely knocks out Ultron for sure.
Well, Ultron is a mess. But what is it? Bottom 5?
I don't know. I think I might put it.
I guess my question is, what's
Third?
ahead of it?
Civil War, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
You really like Civil War more than this?
Okay, here's my thing, and I was telling Toby this. My opinion on 3 will drastically change depending on what I think of 4.
Yeah.
Like if Infinity War Part 2 is great, then Infinity War Part 1 is going to look even better.
I don't know.
But
I still like.
if Part 2 is terrible, Part 1's going to look worse.
Well, Empire Strikes Back is still a great movie, even though Return of the Jedi is a huge letdown. So.
I disagree, but okay. So here's a big question here for you.
Real quick, my thing is Empire feels like a full film. I
This
still
does
feel
too.
as though Part 1 feels like half a film.
Very true.
I don't understand why you keep saying that. It felt like a full film. There was a full arc.
From the perspective of Thanos, but not for the Avengers, for the characters I'm really watching this movie for.
Well, you said the same
feels
about
like-
Empire. This is a full arc for the Empire and Vader.
But Luke
I don't
still
think so.
grows.
Perhaps.
I feel I
But-
don't know. I feel like there's a lot of cliffhangeriness in Empire.
That's fair.
I mean, there is.
It's a much bummer ending, more bummer ending than.
Yeah, because one Harrison Ford might be dead, as opposed to Infinity War, where half of everything is now dead.
Everything in
oh
existence.
oh
is
Lord,
gone.
Mr. Stark, I don't want to go.
Oh
my
my heart
gosh.
during that scene. Oh gracious.
What is Aunt May going to say?
Can she say
I
anything?
might be gone too. You don't know.
I feel like Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2 could easily be my favorite Marvel movie when Part 4 comes out next year. But right now, Part 1 is just kind of sitting in my top 5.
Okay.
But on that note, as you two both yawn...
Wait. One last question.
Well, I was going to say, let's wrap up.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what
of
would you like to end with?
Thinking ahead to Part 4.
Mm-hmm.
If it does happen, who is going to kill Thanos? Pick one
Expectations.
person. Who's going to pull the trigger?
I think, and I don't want this to be true, but I think with everything that they're setting up, it's going to have to be Tony.
Oh yeah, I think that was the whole point of Strange being all vague.
Yeah. I know Toby pulls for Nebula.
I pull for Nebula.
I'd be okay with Nebula.
It wouldn't make any sense story-wise, but like Spider-Man or Star-Lord, because I think they're the only two people that have ever killed him in the comics.
Star-Lord would be cool.
Star-Lord would be a great one to do it because it'd be kind of redemption for the first movie.
Yeah.
'Cause
I wanted like also Drax. I really want to see him get justice for his
I
family.
mean, I wanted them to
But I
delve
feel like
more
he-
into his arc from the first movie, but they kind of
Yeah. But I feel like he gets in a couple good blows in this where I'm like, if he's not the one, I won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
What if it's Howard the Duck?
What if it's
I was
Stan
hoping
Lee?
he'd pop up in the collector's lair, but he never did.
I'm glad he didn't, because he would most likely be dead.
Oh. No, he's in Guardians too. I forgot about that.
He's
Yep.
on the Hooker planet.
Yeah, he is on the hooker planet. with
Cortaxia.
Sylvester
Oh no,
Stallone.
Contraxia. It's
Yeah.
Contraxia.
Also, I
Yeah,
like how they
Rocket
gave,
makes a reference to it.
He does.
I liked
eye.
how they get, because that's where he got the eye that he gave Thor, and I like that he got that back. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I like. He could have had the eye patch and I've been fine with it, but like, if they were going to give him an eyeball back, I'm glad they did it this way.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't grow one back. Like, it's still not his eye. It's a robot eye, and I don't know. It felt more. It felt like better storytelling than
Yes.
just like, oh, Asgardians can grow back their eyes.
Everyone knows this.
Oh,
Except Odin.
Except for
No
Odin.
one told him.
Yeah.
All right.
They're all screwing with him.
So, Tyler, who do you want to see kill Thanos, or who do you think will?
Well, they've been building Captain Marvel up, but I mean, if one of his kids does it, I like Nebula'd be perfect because then I just want to see what she's like when she's not pissed off. That's my thing.
It would
Like,
be nice. I
what
can't
do
wait
you
to
like
see
on
her
a
and
normal
Tony
day?
together. Of all
Yeah.
character pairings,
Yes.
I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. I was so happy with Rocket and Bucky, though.
That
Yeah.
that whole scene.
I'm gonna get that on.
I feel like there have been fan comics about that interaction since Guardians came out, though.
Yeah.
And he asked the price, like, how much for the gun? I'm like, you have a space gun. Your gun is clearly better than his gun that just shoots bullets.
Well, he doesn't know that.
He might be
I
into
guess he
it.
doesn't know.
He might be a collector. He
That's
might
true.
be the collector.
In disguise.
Rocket will be the next collector.
I must
Well-
pay you now for your gun.
Well,
I
on
did
that
like,
outrageous fan theory, I think we got to call this little half episode an episode. Do you have any last minute comments you want to throw in?
I was just gonna say I like Groot and Cap. That's it.
Finally
Yes.
meeting, that's nice. I can't wait to see people start to react to Rocket. I am looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I like that they call him Rabbit. Come here, Rabbit.
Rabbit.
All right. Well, thank you to Sam Martin for our theme.
Yes.
Thank you to Matt Knowlton, who has provided our special superhero themed art that we have used in episode 13 and this little half episode.
Yes.
It was really cool to see us drawn by someone else for once. That was really neat. And just by chance, if you are listening and you happen to draw and you want to have some art on the show, by all means, send it to us. I will gladly put it in the YouTube video.
No nudes unless they're tasteful.
Exactly. Cool. So, yeah, if you want to find the show, you can tweet at us at artificialpod. You can find me at Josh_Lakaitis. Mace, where can they find you?
At Good Old Price on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else.
Perfect. And Tyler?
At internet privileges suspended in jail due to bad behavior.
Oh, don't worry, buddy. We'll get you out of here. All
It was
right.
nice of you guys to visit me twice in 1 week, so appreciate that.
Hey, you're our friend and, part of our brand, so we feel obligated.
No,
We sure do.
I'll
All
take
right.
that. I'll
Good
take
night,
that.
everyone. God bless.
With this Infinity Gauntlet, I, Thanos, will rule the universe!
All right, squaddies, time to hero up!